Hi friends! For those of you who have listened to both the Cinderella and Cendrillon read-alouds, this video is for you. So we are doing a unit where we are studying different Cinderella stories, and in each Cinderella story there is something that is very similar about all of them, and that is that there is a main character who plays the Cinderella type character. So in these two stories that we've read so far, those characters' names have been Cinderella and Cendrillon. So today we're going to be thinking about comparing. Remember, when we compare, we think about what is the same about both stories, and in this case, about both characters. So remember, I put my hands together for compare because I'm kind of mirroring this middle section of a Venn diagram. We compare in that middle section. And then we're also going to contrast. Remember, contrast is when we write on these outside circles and say what is different about these characters. So unfortunately, you all aren't here with me. If we were in class together, I would ask you to do all of this work. But I'm going to get you started, and then if you'd like to create a Venn diagram of your own to compare and contrast these characters, you absolutely can. So let's think about Cinderella to start. Cinderella, something that I know about her character is that the setting of that story, the original version of Cinderella, takes place in France. So she is from France. Cendrillon, is Cendrillon from France? No, she is from an island in the Caribbean. So I'm going to say she is from the Caribbean. And then, just to get us started, let's think about one thing that's the same about both of these characters. I know that both of these characters want to go to the ball, and they have some help from a fairy godmother type character. So I'm right in the middle, I might write both want to go to the ball. So now it's your turn. You can create a Venn diagram of your own about these two characters, and things to keep in mind, there are elements of Cinderella stories that we'll continue to read that will be the same in the stories, but the actual feature in the story might not be the same. So an example of that is that in both stories, both Cinderella and Cendrillon, they lose some sort of shoe. But in Cinderella, it's a glass slipper, and in Cendrillon, if you remember, she loses a pink shoe. So the shoe that they lose is different, but the idea of losing a shoe is the same in both stories. So that could be something that you could put both in this center, compare part, and on the outside, contrast. So best of luck comparing and, oh my gosh, this is falling. Okay, best of luck comparing and contrasting these stories, and I can't wait to read some more Cinderella stories this week.